Hurricane Irma strikes the Caribbean with deadly force, leaving a trail of widespread destruction from its powerful winds and driving rain, and there is now concern that Florida could take a direct hit. Good morning, I'm Jennifer Lewis Hall. So far, 9 people have died because of the massive hurricane, and we're just getting a glimpse of the devastation. The tiny island of Barbuda felt the full fury of the Category 5 storm, one official telling CNN that the destruction is upwards of 90% of the island. At last word, there was no power, water, or phone service. 6 of the deaths were on St. Martin, roofs there torn from houses. Officials said even the 4 strongest buildings on the island were damaged or destroyed. Utility poles are down everywhere, and the island is without power. Puerto Rico avoided a direct hit, but was still lashed with flooding rain and powerful winds. There have been at least 10 rescues of people trapped in flash flooding. Brian Todd has more now on the havoc caused by Irma.
On the Caribbean island of St. Martin, wind and rain so powerful it's difficult to see through it. Hurricane Irma pounds this home in the British Virgin Islands as the people inside try to ride it out.
This is it. I hope this is it.
One oceanfront hotel in St. Martin flooded right through the courtyard. This video from a cockpit shows the eye as hurricane hunters from NOAA fly directly into the storm. With maximum sustained winds of 185 miles an hour, Irma is tonight the strongest storm ever recorded in the Atlantic, outside the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean.
This thing is intense.
Forecasters predicting rainfall of up to 20 inches, and storm surge could reach as high as 20 feet in some places. Wind and rain started to lash Puerto Rico this afternoon.
The whole house is vibrating, the glass is shaking.
Islands that are usually a tropical paradise like St. Thomas, giving Florida a look at what they might be in for this weekend. Florida Governor Rick Scott is warning all his state's residents, not just some, to be ready and have a plan.
It's important to not focus on the exact path of the storm. A storm of this size could have effect statewide, and everybody should be prepared. It is life-threatening. This is not a storm you can sit and wait through.
Already heavy traffic on some Florida interstates, even though so far only the Florida Keys and some parts of Broward County are ordering evacuations. Also, long gas lines and scattered empty grocery shelves.
My advice is to leave early. We don't want you to be caught in a hurricane in your car. That's the worst thing you could do.
And the exodus from South Florida continues. Here you can see the very long lines of lights on I-75 heading north. Let's get the latest right now on Irma's track with Jason Lee. Good morning, Jason.
Hey, Jen, good morning. Those folks have the right idea. This storm is the real deal. Let's track it for you right now. It's a Category 5, still in the Atlantic, just over the Dominican Republic, about 200 miles or so away from Turks and Caicos. Winds at 180. Turks and Caicos in line for a direct hit later on today, still as a Category 5. Let's keep this going as it goes over Cuba. Stays at Category 5 through Saturday afternoon, an awfully long time. It became a Cat 5 back on Tuesday. Now, it's staying so intense for so long because of the warm water. Water temps are in the mid to upper 80s there. That's really fueling the storm. Now, Miami looks like it's in line for a direct hit come Sunday morning as a very strong Category 4. Then it kind of goes to the right a little bit, actually makes a second landfall in Georgia and South Carolina as a Category 4, eventually becoming a Category 2 on Monday. But don't just look at the track. I want you to notice this area around the track. That's what we call the cone of uncertainty. So the track can really go anywhere within that cone. So that's something, of course, we'll keep our eyes on. But I want to show you the various models that we consult, and it looks like most of them are in agreement now in terms of it trending to the east of Florida. Just a question of how sharp that right turn is and how far up the coast it goes. So again, it's something we will keep our eyes on. I want to give you a better look at the storm from our futurecast. We see still has that very well-defined eye right in the center. Winds are actually calm in there. The heaviest winds are just outside the eye, and as we put this into motion, we see it continues to churn. It doesn't get any smaller. This thing is massive. Yesterday we compared the size of this to Ohio. Just a massive storm. Now, to sum up, basically, here's what we're talking about here. Winds at 185, but they're actually gusting as much as 225. Water temperature in the mid to upper 80s. That's really what's fueling the storm. And actually, Jen, 2 more hurricanes we're tracking. We'll have that, plus our local forecast coming up. We'll send it back to you.
Unbelievable. Thank you, Jason. Well, while many people are heading out of Irma's path, some people in our area are heading toward the storm to help with the response. Kyrie Stewart is in the PHL17 newsroom with more on that. Kyrie.
Jen, more than 100 people from across the Delaware Valley are putting their lives on hold to assist with relief efforts once this deadly storm passes. Around 41 members of Pennsylvania's Task Force 1 are heading to Alabama before going to Florida after Hurricane Irma hits. As seen last night on Action News at 10 here on PHL17, they will assist with search and rescue efforts. Among them are 4 canines that can sniff for human remains. Also heading to Florida are about 100 electrical workers from Denella Power Services and Plymouth Meeting. They packed up their gear in bucket trucks after receiving a call for help yesterday morning. Many of them said it's an honor.
You get down there and you see these people that lose everything. They lose their houses, they lose their cars, their life is in complete disarray, and we have the ability to go down there and help them, and it is very gratifying.
Well, the company said that they have responded to every major storm that affected power across the United States over the past few years. There's no word yet on how long local crews plan to stay there. Live in the newsroom, Kyrie Stewart, PHL 17 Morning News.
A political surprise this morning regarding Hurricane Harvey relief funding for Texas. President Trump met yesterday with Senate leaders from both parties and accepted a Democratic funding deal. Democrats had wanted to attach any relief aid to an extension of the debt ceiling, an idea that Republicans rejected. The House overwhelmingly passed a bill worth $8 billion. It is now 4:36 on this Thursday morning. Let's get a look at your traffic on the go with Chandler Lutz. Good morning, Chandler.
Jen, good morning. Well, a very quiet start to our Thursday commute out there. We're not seeing any construction across our majors. All lanes are open, so we are moving nicely, but there are a few minor morning incidents to tell you about. I first want to take us over to King of Prussia. We are watching an early morning accident along Old Valley Forge Road. This is right around Penn Circle. Again, a minor morning accident, not causing any delays or lane loss due to this incident. And over in Mansfield, not the same story though, we are seeing the right lane blocked for a disabled tractor trailer along the New Jersey Turnpike. This is in your northbound direction right as you approach the PA Turnpike, which is exit 6 for you. So just be mindful that the right lane is blocked for this disabled tractor trailer. And if we hop on 295, but we'll travel north to Trenton, we are seeing some work crews out there traveling in your northbound direction right around Sloan Avenue, which is exit 65. Now, work crews do have about 1 to 2 lanes blocked for this construction. That'll be around until 6 o'clock this morning. But if we look at our speed sensors, really not dropping much that northbound direction. We're traveling at 58 miles an hour. Jen, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you so much, Chandler. Still ahead, the corruption trial of a U.S. senator gets underway. And Bob Menendez of New Jersey gets emotional. We'll hear what he had to say. And cool days at the Jersey Shore means it's time for warm cinnamon buns. Jason Lee takes us to a place that's famous for them in this week's Lee by the Sea. The story coming up.
Be a powerful force. Nature Valley.
After an accident, lawyers and their representatives are not allowed to call or speak to you without your permission. Many times lawyers ignore this rule and directly solicit their clients at the hospital. If you've had an injury claim and your lawyer contacted you without your permission, you may be entitled to receive your entire fee and costs back. I'm John Morgan. If the law firm you hired directly solicited you without your permission, call for more information. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
The Big Bang Theory, weeknights at 6:30 and 7 on PHL 17.
Charges have been formally filed in a murder in Haverford Township as reported last night on Action News at 10 on PHL 17. Derek Rollins was arraigned yesterday for the July shooting death of John Lee at an apartment complex on Haverford Road. Now, after a manhunt, United States Marshals captured Rollins in Georgia last month. He is being held without bail in Delaware County. District Attorney Jack Whalen says authorities are on the case and still trying to figure out the motive behind Lee's murder.
He can't even begin to imagine why he killed that innocent man who was just heading to his friend's house.
Rollins is also accused of firing a gun at an occupied car the same day as the Haverford murder. The federal corruption trial of New Jersey Senator Bob Menendez continues today. Menendez is charged with 18 counts of fraud and bribery. During opening statements yesterday, prosecutors said Menendez was given expensive vacations and campaign donations by co-defendant Dr. Solomon Melgen, and that Menendez interceded in issues to benefit Melgen. Now, defense lawyers said there is no evidence that Menendez's intent in accepting the gifts was corrupt. Menendez got emotional yesterday as he declared his innocence.
I am thankful for the countless New Jerseyans who have either called me or called my office and say they have my back as I've had theirs. I started my public career fighting corruption. That's how I started. And I have always acted in accordance with the law. And I believe when all of the facts are known, I will be vindicated.
Well, according to one legal expert, the trial could take many weeks. The attorneys general from more than a dozen states are trying to stop the Trump administration from rescinding DACA, the program that protects young immigrants brought to the U.S. as children from being deported. Andrew Spencer has more.
When announcing the creation of the DACA program in June 2012, then President Barack Obama said he was acting in the absence of legislation, and he blamed congressional Republicans for the impasse.
Democrats passed the DREAM Act in the House, but Republicans walked away from it. It got 55 votes in the Senate, but Republicans blocked it.
Now, Democratic lawmakers may have gained an unexpected new ally in President Donald Trump. After blindsiding Republicans by cutting a deal with top Democrats on a short-term debt ceiling increase, Trump suggested he would again work with Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi on a legislative replacement for DACA.
Chuck and Nancy would like to see something happen, and so do I. And I said, if we can get something to happen, we're going to sign it, and we're going to make it. We're going to make a lot of happy people.
While Trump has said he'll reconsider the DACA repeal if Congress doesn't act, he says he doesn't expect he'll need to. He boasted that even some very conservative members of Congress are on board with passing new protections for dreamers. This week, Obama joined a chorus of criticism, calling Trump's decision to rescind DACA cruel and self-defeating. But even at the outset of his policy, Obama hoped DACA would not last forever.
It's not a permanent fix. This is a temporary stopgap measure. These kids deserve to plan their lives in more than 2-year increments.
But by halting all new applications and curtailing status extensions, the announcement this week has already put many dreamers in limbo. I'm Andrew Spencer reporting.
Up next, why the Dave Matthews Band is getting together after an indefinite hiatus. And the Bad Moms are back. We'll tell you when they'll return to the big screen in our Hollywood headlines next.
Lipozene has helped Rodney Peete lose 20 pounds on the way back to his NFL playing weight.
Don't let anyone tell you you have to starve yourself to lose weight. Just take Lipozene. Eat what you like and lose 4 times more weight. Hi, I'm Holly Robinson Peete.
And I'm Rodney Peete.
When it comes to losing a little,
or losing a lot,
we take Lipozene, the #1 weight loss supplement in America. We've tried all sorts of diets, but Lipozene is the only diet supplement that lets us eat our favorite foods and lose 4 times more weight.
As a result, we have more energy, more stamina.
And our clothes fit better. I like that shirt.
Thank you very much. Years ago, I could just run the pounds off. Can't do that anymore. Since I started using Lipozene, I've lost 20 pounds and I still eat my favorite foods.
Of course, you want to eat as healthy as you can.
But sometimes, you just gotta have a burger.
And that's okay, because with Lipozene, you don't have to change what you eat and you still lose weight. Researchers studied 2 groups of people. The group that used Lipozene lost 4 times more weight.
And it's been clinically proven that 78% of the weight you lose is pure body fat. Not water, but fat. Before Lipozene, I'd hear this little voice inside my head. Holly's voice. You can't have this, you can't have that. But by taking Lipozene before I eat what I like, and I still lose weight.
Here's our friend Patience to tell us her story. Hi, Patience.
Hi. I've lost nearly 100 pounds with Lipozene. Lipozene has totally changed my life. I feel better, I look better, I have more confidence.
So don't starve yourself.
Eat your favorite foods and lose 4 times more weight with Lipozene.
Get Lipazine for only $29.95. Call right now and we'll double your order for free and ship it free too. And to celebrate selling over 25 million bottles of Lipazine, we'll give you a free bottle of energy-boosting Metabo Up with your order. Call 800-578-0191. 800-578-0191.
Okay, well, that was just rude.
Lee by the Sea is brought to you by Alan Rothenberg, InjuryLawyer.com.
Sea City is known for lots of things. One of them, cinnamon buns. PHL17's Jason Lee checked out a place known for their buns in this week's Lee by the Sea.
A six-pack ready to go in the oven.
You know, I wish we had smell-o-vision and not just television, because this place smells amazing. We're at Mrs. Brizzle's in Sea City. The breakfast crowd is already here. It's always packed at this place because the cinnamon buns are legendary. Take a look in the oven. These scrumptious cinnamon buns are getting baked as we speak. Let's go find out how they're made. Okay, we're making another batch of cinnamon buns. We've got the dough laid out flat. We've got the butter spread over the dough. I'm here with Mike from Mrs. Brizzle's. Mike, good morning.
Good morning, Jason. Welcome to Mrs. Brizzle's in Sea City, New Jersey.
Thanks. Great to be here. What is the next step now?
Okay, I've had the butter spread all over our dough. I'm going to start putting on the cinnamon and brown sugar mixture. Okay. I'm just going to grab a couple of scoops out of my bin here.
That's a big
scoop,
man.
We don't like to be chintzy here, so I'm going to just spread everything around here
While
like
you're doing
this.
that, I got to ask you, the name
Sure.
Mrs. Brizzle, where did that come from?
Well,
is there a Mrs. Brizzle?
There is a Mrs. Brizzle. Unfortunately, she passed away a few years ago, but my grandparents were Italian immigrants and couldn't speak English very well. When they came to the country, when it was going to rain, instead of saying it's going to drizzle, they said it looks like it's going to brizzle. So we called her Mrs. Brizzle as her nickname, and
That's
when we opened the store, we decided to name after her because she was a wonderful baker.
I love that. Okay, you're rolling it up now.
I'm going to roll it up now. This is the process that we do every morning here at Mrs. Brizzle's.
Now, from this dough, how many cinnamon buns are we going to get?
I'm going to get approximately 48 cinnamon rolls out of this dough right here.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm going to put 6 on a tray, and we're going to throw those right into the oven. And we have a pan ready to come out right now. And this is what they look like when they're finished.
I've been waiting for this moment all morning long. Thank you very much. I finally get a chance to try one of Mrs. Brizzle's cinnamon buns, and it looks amazing. All right. And they're generous with the icing, too. Oh, my God. And it's warm. Oh, my God. It's incredible. Gang, next time you're down the shore in Seattle, you got to stop in at Mrs. Brizzle's. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go have some more, okay?
Wow, you've got all the B's there, the bread, the butter, and the brown sugar.
It's a tough job, but somebody had to do it, right?
I don't know,
I'm
Chandler.
craving one right
I think
now.
that left him speechless, too.
Doesn't happen often, right?
That's a first, I was going to say. A little cool, though, there at the shore today. Maybe Jay here, too?
Yeah, a little cool. We're talking sunshine, temperatures in the low 70s down the shore, more like the mid 70s here inland, but still, it's a very nice day. We've got some leftover raindrops this morning and 62 degrees in Philadelphia. Now, we're seeing some low visibility in parts of the region as well. 4 miles in Pottstown, 7 miles in Mount Holly. Check out Coatesville, half a mile in Coatesville and half a mile in Reading as well. So in addition to the light rain that we're getting, some areas are getting a little bit of fog too. Here's what we can expect for the day today. Yeah, we've got the leftover showers this morning, but before too long they clear out. We'll see some sunshine later, and highs will be in the 70s across the region, mid 70s in Philadelphia. Take a look at our futurecast here. Now we see as we get through the morning, the rain basically does move out of the way. We've got some leftover clouds behind that. It's a partly sunny day, mix of clouds and sun. Maybe a quick pop-up shower as we get into the afternoon, but most of us do stay dry for the day today. We stay dry for the night, and we'll wake up to some dry conditions come tomorrow. So just get through the morning raindrops, and then we're good to go as the sunshine comes our way later on. Here we go with our day planner. We see that sunshine and 60 at 8 o'clock, upper 60s by lunchtime, low 70s, 73 and sunshine at 4 o'clock this afternoon. High today will be 74 degrees. And again, we will see some sun. Later on tonight, a clear sky down to 56. We'll see more sunshine tomorrow. And again, 74 is our forecast time. Here comes your 7-day on 17. 74 today and tomorrow. The weather for the Temple game Saturday looks great. Sunshine and 70. 73 on Sunday. 74 on Monday. Clouds roll in for Tuesday and some rain Wednesday. This could be remnants from Irma. We'll keep our eyes on it, but we could see some rain from that come Wednesday with a high of 75 degrees. We'll track the other 2 hurricanes coming up. Right now, we'll check the roads. Chandler Lutz. Sorry I didn't bring you back a cinnamon bun. Next time, I promise.
Seriously, Jason, I'm going to hold you to it. They looked amazing. All right, so let's hop out on the roadways. A very quiet morning to start out your Thursday morning commute. We're watching the Schuylkill Expressway. Now, overnight, it was a different story. Very busy. There was an accident taking out some lanes in our westbound direction, but luckily that has cleared to start off your commute, and no construction scenes to tell you about on the Schuylkill either. So if you take a look, really a great drive across the board, seeing clear roadways, dry roadways right now. Those headlights are traveling in your westbound direction, and overall your drive times are in the teens as well. But if you continue on that westbound direction, if you are heading to King of Prussia, you will find this early morning accident along Old Valley Forge Road at Penn Circle. Again, just some minor accident, not causing any road restrictions over there. And now to some construction scenes. They're all in New Jersey this morning. We'll hop over to Medford on Route 70. In both directions, you're going to find work crews between Route 72 and Route 206. Now, traffic is getting by using alternate lanes there. I'm getting reports that this will be around until the 6 o'clock hour. Also around to the 6 o'clock hour is this construction up in Trenton along 295 right around Sloan Avenue. You are seeing about 1 to 2 lanes blocked in that northbound direction. And that's a look at your traffic on the go.
The Dave Matthews Band has announced plans for a concert to benefit victims of last month's violence in Charlottesville, Virginia. The concert for Charlottesville is set for September 24th at the University of Virginia. The band got its start in Charlottesville in 1991. Well, there's nothing like being with your family at the holidays, is there? David Daniel has that and more in the Hollywood Minute.
How much did this cost? Can you put a price tag on Wonder? I actually just wanted to enjoy Christmas this year.
You're a mom. Moms don't enjoy, they give joy.
She's gonna keep treating you like this until you fight her. Physically, I don't want you to meet my mom.
The Bad Moms are back, and their mothers are in town to make the holidays truly special in A Bad Mom's Christmas. The follow-up to last year's hit comedy reaches theaters November 3rd. Hollywood hyphenate John Krasinski is keeping his next film in the family. Krasinski and his wife, Emily Blunt, are starring in Paramount's A Quiet Place, which has just begun filming. Krasinski is also directing the movie and wrote the screenplay. It's due out next April.
I felt it was important.
Donald Sutherland is getting an honorary Oscar. The veteran actor is among this year's recipients of the Motion Picture Academy's Governor's Awards. He'll be honored at a Hollywood gala November 11th, 50 years after his breakthrough role in The Dirty Dozen. Now that's a career arc. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Up next, a tiger gets loose and wanders onto a highway. We'll tell you what happened when we come right back.
Hurt in a car wreck? Pick a law firm with maximum horsepower.
Call Gilman and Bedigian. We've got the horsepower to get you maximum money and keep you out of the courtroom.
We work to get you more money for your medical bills, lost wages, and your pain and suffering.
Often we can get you the money the insurance company doesn't tell you about.
So call us.
And let us put our horsepower to work for you.
Hurt in a car wreck? Call us. Attorneys Gilman and Bedigian, the heavy hitters.
We just love to work fast.
The heavy hitters are the ones for you. 1-800-LAW-6162.
The good jobs go to people with training. In less than 1 year, Dawn Career Institute can prepare you for a successful career in the healthcare or wellness fields. With affordable tuition and job placement assistance, you could start your new career faster than you think. Come see for yourself all that Dawn has to offer. Dawn Career Institute is the choice for healthcare training. Call Dawn Career Institute at 800-713-1546, 800-713-1546, or visit dawncareerinstitute.edu.
It's always been about the millions of families. America's #1 is a status earned in every wash and one we re-earn every day. #1 trusted, #1 awarded. It's got to be Tide.
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product?
Brian and Alice Jagosh, the inventors of the halftime drill driver, did. InventHelp licensed their invention to a leading As Seen on TV company, and it's now selling nationwide. Our clients made a financial gain, but this is just an individual success. Only a small number of inventions are licensed and sold in stores. InventHelp can help you try to submit your idea to companies. Call for free information.
For your free inventors information, call 1-800-901-0316.
How to be cool when you're a genius.
I'm Dr. Sheldon Cooper, BS, MS, MA, PhD, and SCP. OMG, right?
The Big Bang Theory, tonight at 6:30 and 7 on PHL17.
An escaped tiger caused a big commotion near Atlanta yesterday. It was being transported to Tennessee along with other big cats when somehow it got loose and wandered onto a highway. It then ended up in a neighborhood where it began chasing a dog. Police then shot and killed the tiger. Officials say there may be charges filed in the case. Let's head over to Jason Lee for a check of the forecast. And Jay, you're now actually tracking another storm.
Yep, actually, Jen, 3 hurricanes. Of course, we're spending a lot of time talking about Irma, but we also have Jose and we have Katia as well. We'll begin with Jose. Right now it's a Category 1 in the Atlantic, winds at 90 miles an hour. We'll put this into motion and check out the track. It becomes a Category 2, eventually a Category 3 over the weekend, just passing over the Lesser Antilles. Those folks could see some remnants from that, something they really don't need, obviously. And it looks like it kind of fizzles out by the time we get into the beginning of next week. It becomes just a tropical depression. Now we switch over to Katia. Katia is here in the Gulf of Mexico. That's also a Category 1, winds at 80 miles an hour. Let's track this and put that into motion. Now, during the day tomorrow, it becomes a Category 2, but it's quickly back to a Category 1. So we're talking about minimal effects here, but tomorrow is the key as it becomes a Category 2. So we'll, of course, continue to track that. Back in our neck of the woods, temps in the 50s and 60s this morning, 62 in Philadelphia, and some light rain falling, leftover showers from all that rain that we got yesterday into the overnight hours. And here we see the little bands of precipitation that are still moving on through the region, just some light rain here and there. Futurecast shows the rain does move out before too long. It's a mix of clouds and sun today with maybe a pop-up shower later on this afternoon. Highs in the mid-70s. Much more on Irma coming up after the top of the hour. Right now we check the roads. Chandler Lutz, good morning to you.
Jason, good morning. Well, a very quiet start to our morning out there. We'll start with a look of our big picture right now. Speeds are traveling at posted speeds for most of our majors right now, seeing green on 95, the Vine, and the Schuylkill Expressway. Again, no construction scenes linger on any of our majors as you head out the door. Take a look at Roosevelt Boulevard. We are starting to see some pockets of yellow there, especially for our southbound direction. It looks like we're traveling at 36 miles an hour as you approach Broad Street there. So let's hop on at Broad Street, see what it looks like as we approach the Schuylkill Expressway. Starting to see some cars in yellow approaching Broad, but you see if you are traveling south to the Schuylkill Expressway, we do see a relief in that congestion, and we're back to 50 miles an hour as you approach the Schuylkill, and even City Avenue in the distance looking good. Still seeing cars continue in the green there. But I want to take us to King of Prussia. We are watching this accident on Old Valley Forge Road right at Penn Circle. Again, just a minor morning accident, not seeing any lane restrictions or delays due to this accident. So just keep an eye on that if you do travel in King of Prussia this morning. And traveling north to Trenton, one construction scene to tell you about. This is on 295 northbound, right around Sloan Avenue, which is exit 65. We are seeing about 1 to 2 lanes blocked for this construction. This should be around until the 6 o'clock hour, so another hour to go there. But as you can see, speed sensors are still at posted speeds. So a great drive on 295. Jen, I'll send it back to you.
Chandler, thank you so much. Stay with us. We've got a lot more still ahead in our next half hour. And don't forget, if you're looking for news tonight, check out Action News at 10 here on PHL 17. It's the most watched 10 o'clock newscast in Philadelphia. We'll be right back.